You know, I you started playing, and I finally realized something about you. and something that I just understood it now. When you started playing, I didn't feel any electricity. I didn't feel any digital processing. I felt forest and rain and nature. And I feel like I hear now stuff that I heard from you in the past, and you gathering sounds from nature. That's how I feel. I don't know if it makes any sense to you or to anyone, but something in your approach is so natural in your sound, and it's amazing to hear it from, especially from you, with all this technology and all the abilities and all the capabilities and all the, the endless structures that you lay out. What I hear is wood, water, moss, stuff like that, and that's, I think, an incredible achievement. So I just started this with a weird.
No, it's perfect. Thank you, first of all, and yeah, that's totally my world of references, like is stuff like that, stuff in nature, whether it's actual nature of the earth and trees, and it might be my nature of my thoughts and my emotions, or even stuff that's digital, and like I'm referencing this feel of digital. I don't know, this cold algorithmic thing. It's also part of nature.
Definitely.
So that's totally my world of reference. Like usually, I don't think in like musical terms, like in genre or orchestration or even like harmony and stuff. It's like I do feel it like nature, like one thing leads to another. I want a certain feeling, I hear a certain feeling, and I find myself there and I explore it. So yeah, totally.
Amazing. First of all, Tamuz, it's such an honor to have you here,
Wow.
and with this beautiful sun that we got blessed with today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I wanted to ask you one more thing, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the questions not ahead and while we play. And while you were talking, I thought of something that I would love to pick your brain if you can elaborate about that moment where you add stuff, that junction that you are there, and how do you decide if you're taking something off the floor of the forest and putting it in your backpack, or you're just stepping on it, watching it, smelling it? What is that moment? Is it something that is like a decision? Is it awareness? Is it love? That everything is beautiful? I would love to hear your take on that.
Yeah, I think I'm looking for stuff that resonates. So like I started, I don't know, just putting some notes. That's where I didn't really know how they would sound, but just had an attraction to some kind of atmosphere. And also, I felt it was real for that moment, because at that moment I was like, oh shit, what are we going to play? Will it be good? So I said, okay, let's somehow embody it in the music. So I put something fragile out there, which was what I felt like. So I started from there. That seemed real to me. At first, sometimes I have like, okay, I feel like insecure. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So sometimes I just do a loud, like, I don't know, fuck you to the universe, and then see what happens from there. Sometimes I do that too. At that moment, I wanted to be gentle with myself. So I put something small there. And then I started, what does that bring up? And then I just felt like I don't know if I felt it or I wanted it, but I wanted some hug, some warm hug.
Yeah.
So I just put something like lower in pitch. Like very broad strokes, for my well-being, essentially,
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a sort of like picking something. It has an active part of like going through the forest and picking something up, but it also has a lot of like, yeah, I'm stepping in it. I don't know if it's water. I don't know if I'm going to sink. I don't know if I'm.
But I'm going to step.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
So.
So that's very interesting. Both things. Also, the action, and the attraction, I guess. And also, when you said fragile, that was an amazing thing that I think is a lot of composers. You're actually composing, I guess you can say that. Forget about is allowing yourself to be fragile and testing things like a child. Am I attracted to that? What does it do when I say fuck you? What does it do to the unit? How does it resonate? And I think this is a really important lesson when composing, when improvising. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and also, of course, like the nature of our interaction. You know, when I felt Daniel is feeling something, you know, I was like, wonder what this is going to be. So just like this, yeah, this very micro, gently making space for stuff to happen. Like, yeah, that's also part of the nature, you know.
Amazing. Let's play one more.
Yeah.
I just want to introduce the musicians and the friends. Manuel Podhostnik on the drums and the heart. The drums and the heart. Daniel Shachar on the guitar. And of course, we're here with the amazing Tamuz Dekel. And we even have some friends here listening live, which is incredible. Thank you guys for coming. So when I thought about this podcast, this show, I wanted to give people an opportunity to look deep into other musicians' thoughts. But I think not more valuable, but also valuable is their habits. And I was really wondering while we were playing now, I mean, I was listening and I was into it, but the questions just come up because I guess I'm curious or I love to talk. What is your ideal practicing situation? Let's say you have all the time in the world, all the money in the world, all the equipment, you can live anywhere. I would love to hear a dream Tamuz Dekel practice session day or you know, what will it consist of?
It really changes in different times. So I have periods when I'm really into technique, and I just love to put on the cleanest, most disgusting sound I can, disgusting in a natural way, even with headphones like the eye and headphones to have like the most sterile sound. Just practice to look for all the unclean bits and details, and just work on technique like a psychopath. And I don't recommend it to anybody.
You don't recommend it?
No, I do, but I don't. So anyway, I have periods like that when I'm really about the technicality and the physicality, stuff like that. Actually, over time, I learned to incorporate with this kind of practice that is very like high focus on detail, also to be relaxed as I do it. Because I got myself into weird situations when I didn't do that.
When you were not relaxed?
Yeah, when I was stressed and trying to play clean, just play clean and nice. So it didn't work out so well. So now I do like a combination of this and trying to relax all the time while I'm doing it. So it's, for me, like technique practice and the practice of relaxing while I'm doing it go hand in hand. That's why I'm mentioning it, because it's important to me. And
like physical mindfulness with the guitar.
Yeah, because a lot of stress can build up, especially when periods when I used to like practice like for 10 hours a day, and then you can't be stressed all the time because you'll die. I don't know. So I did that, and also I had a long period when I was playing at a certain level. And then when I came, I'm just digressing from the question.
Yeah, that's great.
I played at a certain level, but when it came time for a show to get up on stage and everybody's looking at me, my abilities like dropped like a lot. So I used to do this practice, and I still do sometimes. I practice, I relax, and then I do like a meditation, but the other way around to stress myself.
Wow.
I do like a meditation I bring up the feeling of anxiety that happened to me in the show. I really sit and imagine it. Imagining being in the heart pounding and the hands shaking. Bring that to a certain level, and then practice trying to relax it while I'm playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I found it more efficient for playing live than actually practicing all the time. In a certain way. So I used to do it, and I used to do it with students that had similar issues. Guitar is a very gentle instrument, like for me, like it's so micro. If you're not exactly, it can be like, sound different. So,
Oh, never heard of this technique. Wow, it's mind blowing. I'm wow. Wow.
I don't know if that issue is familiar to you, but for me it was a thing. So that's so I have periods when I'm really into technique and stuff like that. I have periods where I want to learn music. So actually the thing that most gets me forward is listening to music beautiful music that I love, finding a piece of it. It might be a small piece, learning it, and then trying to understand it from within, and then try to implement it in my playing, in my improvising. That's the thing that I do the least, but gives me the most. So I wish I did that more, actually.
Listening to music or studying
Listening,
it?
yeah.
That part.
Transcribing, I mean, like, by ear, learning it, and exploring music, just learning music, actually, through music. That's a big one. And yeah, guitar stuff. I love doing scales and exercises, like making up exercises. Like sometimes structures, sometimes playing random stuff within a structure. All kinds of games that I like to play. And sometimes I'm really into sound design, in the sound design period where I just want to explore making sounds and synthesis. And other times I just want to create. So I feel the urge to write music and not so much to practice. So yeah, and a lot of times I would be like in one period and then feel guilty that I'm not in the other one. Oh, I'm always practicing and then I'm going to be a shredder, but I'm not making any beautiful music. So
do you think about it while you practice? Like it comes up during the...
Sometimes in the periods of practice, I say, wow, I haven't written music in a long time. What am I doing? I don't want to be just a soulless virtuoso.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'm in a period where I'm creating and then I'm like, I don't have my chops together. So yeah, I try to be like, to listen to that actually. So the ideal practice changes. So the ideal practice for me is to be in sync with what I really want to do now. So yeah.
It's the second time that I hear from you something that I think is very, very important, is allowing yourself. I feel like that's what you're talking about, allowing to yourself, first of all, like you said before, to be fragile, but also to have the confidence to say, yes, it changes. I don't work on that thing, I work on everything, and I allow myself to pick. And if sometimes I feel like there's guilt knocking on my doors, then I listen to it and then I decide. I feel like you're really taking, that you have, what I'm trying to say is that I feel you have a lot of respect for yourself in that way, in the way you practice, in like how you consume your thoughts and your habits. I think it's really inspiring.
Yeah, it's something I'm learning because, I'm like exploring this thing of energy. Because to do what we do and to explore music, it takes a certain amount of energy.
Definitely.
And I used to believe that if I just will sit all day in one room in front of a wall and practice with a metronome and put all my energy in that would be more energy in what I do. But I'm slowly learning that that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes it might be, but energy might hide in different places. Like, it might be more efficient to me to leave the guitar alone and not to sleep all night and to go on some weird adventure or something. And then the day after, I would think, no, I can't do that. I will be tired and then I won't have energy to put in my stuff. But it can be the other way around, because like I had a night like this a few days ago. I didn't sleep at night, but the day after I had so much energy and creative energy and physical energy because something was unblocked. So,
interesting.
Yeah, so I look for blockages in these things. Sometimes I will play better, even technically better, if I stop practicing and, or, I don't know, unblock whatever is in there. So that's why I find it very valuable to allow what needs to happen, because there's a wisdom in that is bigger than me,
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah. No, really. I'm just thinking about it. We should have more microphones because I want to hear also what you guys are saying. So feel free to ask for the microphone if you want to jump in. It's not only my show. So yeah, just whenever you want it, just tell me. You guys want to play one more? You want to say something? You You wanna fight?
Let's play.
Let's play.
So much information.
Yeah. Take this.
You just gave so much output into my input. Like, wow. I mean, I share a lot of this ideas, and it's interesting that how more and more musicians are reflecting. Not only it's like a procedure of growing up, you know. Yeah, like the technical aspect of learning the tools, to be great on the instrument, and then you somehow transform into this mental inner world, and find so much work there. Like that resonated with me very much. So thanks for reminding me for that. A great playing, man.
Yeah, you guys. I feel loaded with thoughts and yeah. Thanks, man. That was really inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tamuz, I really want to thank you for bringing so much gentle and what's the word? What am I looking for here? What did I just say? Not for bringing, for being gentle and bringing gentleness. Okay, gentleness to this day and to our lives. Hopefully to the world to hear and see. And thank you for that. It's a valuable lesson.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure playing with you. Appreciate it.
I would like to thank Manuel Podhostnik, my partner on the drums, my partner, brother, and son and parent, Daniel Shachar, on the guitar. I want to thank you guys for coming, and to you, Tamuz, thank you for bringing gentleness in those ungentle times.
I'll show you some toughness later.
Okay, let's do that.
In the parking lot.
Let's do that. Let's do it. I have a bodyguard.
In a brotherly way.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody. We lost 20 seconds on that camera.